And we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to. I'm once again running Everywhen. I mean, I can't believe I'm doing this twice, but here we are running Everywhen using the Castlevania version of it. And I have four victims of the night for tonight. Starting with the two we played with before. Mr. Tickner.
Yeah, I am playing Joshua Belmont, or Die Belmont, depends how my mood takes me. I am possibly he is the Slayer, and has a mastery with a whip.
We have James.
Hi everybody, I'm James. I'm playing Duval Marchand, and I will be speaking in this French accent. I have basically the ward of Joshua Belmont to make sure that he does not do anything stupid, and I am an arcanist, the speaker.
We have two newcomers, Terry.
Hi, I'm Terry. I'm playing a human thief called Thoven Dalka.
And finally, we have our boy G-Dog, Gareth.
Hi. Yeah, I'm G-Dog, or Gareth, as I prefer. And I'm playing Razalom, the half-vampire.
Now, we're going to have a plot recap about after this, but I need to get Gareth and Terry up to speed because they haven't actually arrived at the town yet. So I'm going to have a short scene with them to go through the rules of the system to hopefully update them how it works. Thoven, Rassalom. The carriage that was driving you to the town of Bavaria has been going for pretty much most of the night. The sun is rising in the east, and as you're making your way down, you can barely see it thanks to a thick, ominous fog that has covered your journey all the way through. The sun's rays are barely coming through. You have the feeling of dawn and yet not the refreshness of it. You were on the carriage being driven by a coachman with three other passengers who were with you. Where are you on the coach as the sun comes up? I'll start with you, Gareth.
I am towards the back, curtain drawn over the window, just huddled in the back, lazed out somewhat, feet up on the chair in front of me.
No problem. And Terry, where would you like to be on the carriage as it's driven by a man?
I'm sat in the back of the carriage where the light's not quite reaching. So I'm partially covered by the shadows.
Excellent. The both of you have been sharing a carriage with a man who is quite well dressed. He calls himself Ancelis. He is looking at you both with smiles, and he has his entourage with him, two servants to get him going. And he looks over at you and goes, "Ah, yes. It seems the sun is coming up. It is time for us to wake up and refresh ourselves upon arriving at the town of Belvabria. You never told me what it was that you were doing here, you two."
Because I've not wanted to speak to you this entire time. Have I not made this clear?
Oh, I understand, but this is my carriage. Of course, I am escorting you there for whatever you want, but I was hoping perhaps maybe you could reveal a bit more before we arrive. I mean, we only have so long more on the road before we get there. It's the least you could do is share a story or two.
I mean, I'm paying for this passage, and you expect me to share myself?
Perhaps. If you wish not to, I will not force you. But you, on the other hand, he says, pointing towards you, Thoven, perhaps you would be more funnily inclined to entertain an old duke like myself.
Without looking up, I just utter the words, "revenge."
Oh my. He says, that's a bit harsh. I mean, I was hoping you were going back for a loved one or to see family or maybe to get some cake, but I mean, revenge works. His two entourages look at you with like slightly slid eyes, and he goes, "Well, I hope the town of Bavaria gives you everything you." As is everything you, the carriage stops, and he looks over. He's like, "Oh, I guess we must have arrived." Sir Jeffrey, yes, go check on the man and tell us where we are. And he nods towards you both as one of his entourage just opens the door and climbs out to the top. And he goes, "I'm sure it won't be long." As you guys are sitting down there, you hear and then nothing else.
I'm gonna carefully pull the curtain open and have a look outside.
You carefully pull the curtain open. You can see you are within what looks like a forest. You poke your head around the side and you see that the carriage man is sitting at the top, like with his hands on the reins.
Why have we stopped?
He has not answered. Does not answer you.
I approach the door of the carriage and open it.
You open the door of the carriage you can see that you're definitely on a large road, fairly open, quite misty. You still can't tell where you are. You see that he's sort of still holding the reins, but still not replying back to you.
I jump up next to him.
When you leap up next to him and you make your jump and you land to your side, it's the first time you notice his hands look quite pale. Almost a little too pale for a second. You look down and you start to look up him. You stop as you reach his torso and then his shoulders. As you realize from his shoulders up, there's nothing there. All you see running down it is a headless corpse and its blood oozing down his shirt. For a second, you blink and you're not quite sure what that is. But then as you do so, you turn your head to the right and you see at the top of the carriage is the body of Jeffrey, the entourage, broken body-wise in 12 different parts and contorted like he's fallen from a great height, and his neck twisted around the other way. The horses neigh.
I grab the reins from the corpse and use them to urge the horses onwards quickly.
Okay, this is a really good time for starting up. So, first things first, you reach for the reins and you put your hand on the reins. And as you put your hand on the reins, the hand of the headless man who used to be a coachman reaches up and grabs yours. You feel his body turn towards you. And although you cannot see his eyes, you're definitely certain he means malice. Inside the carriage, the door opens up to the side. And Duke Angela sort of looks over and is like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. What's going on?" And his entourage is like, "Excuse me, sir. The coaches." And as his entourage goes, "Excuse me, sir. The coaches." A clawed hand goes through his chest and grabs his heart, ripping it out. Blood splurts everywhere as this man grasps to try and pull back the heart that no longer belongs and falls back. Climbing into the carriage is something, some creature, something that looks mostly monstrous, almost wolf-like in nature, with a long snout and glowing blue eyes as it starts to get inside the carriage. Gentlemen, we are going to have something called a initiative roll, just to show you guys how the game works. Once again, I'm just straight up putting in the middle of shit, because that's how this rolls.
Fair.
For initiative roll, and for the moment, just try how this works, take a look at your character sheets. Pick up 2d6.
Yep.
Then for initiative, you take your agility stats and your initiative stats. Add those two numbers together, roll a 2d6, add that to the number you added together, and tell me what you got.
9.
9 and
12.
12. Nice. Was that from 2 6s or just 12 in total?
I got a 6 and a 3 on the die, and 3 for my agility.
Nice. Okay, so initiative works like this. If you roll a success, you tend to go first unless the enemy cheats. So let's start with you at the top. Rassalom, the headless horseman whose hands have reached out for you is turning towards you. What do you do?
Can I grab him and attempt to throw him off the carriage?
Yes, you can. That will be a strength check. Now, normally there are two types of checks. There is a combat check or a skill or a career check. In this case, you're making a combat check. So make a strength melee check with adding those two numbers together and a d6.
Yeah.
And if you succeed, you throw him off the carriage.
So 2d6 as well. So
yep, 2d6 plus your strength plus your melee.
4, 6, 10. So that is 13.
Wow, that's a really good roll. Right, describe as you throw him off.
So I'm reaching for the reins, and I see out of the corner of my eye his shoulders turn towards me, and his hands are coming. I grab him by his lapels, and just fling him over my right shoulder, careening towards the trees off the track.
You are quite a strong half vampire. As you throw him, he actually smacks into the trees, and you feel his body and bones break. But you have control of the reins. Come back to it in a minute. Meanwhile, inside, Tovin, this creature is crawling in with a grin that stretches across the side of its face.
Can I pull out my dagger?
Yep.
I pull out my dagger. I'm at the back of the carriage, yes? Is he midway towards the end? Or?
Yes.
I decide to lunge for him with my dagger in hand, driving the dagger into the side of his face. As my momentum pushes me out the back, I drag the dagger across his face.
Ooh, are you going to get out of the carriage then?
Yes.
Okay, I love it. Make your roll. It will be 2d6 plus your agility plus melee. As you try and use your agility to get past him.
6, 11.
11? All right, that's enough for success. So it's exactly as you described. You reach in, you put the dagger in his face, and you scrape it. Now, for damage of a dagger, it says d6L, which means you roll 2d6 and you take the lowest for damage.
Oh, both ones.
Well, life sucks.
Wait till you hear what ones mean.
So off. Not in this case. Damage is different, so you're okay. This point, you're all right. This point, you're all right. You reach in, you scratch him gently, and then I'm assuming you tumble out of the carriage, right?
Oh, I flip out of the carriage, yeah.
Flip out of the carriage. Yeah, you're outside the carriage. Nice. It's the creature's turn. It was going to go in and eat the living crap out of you, but now that you're outside, it turns towards you with a scratch on its face. It looks pissed off. It stands by the side of the carriage, and it leaps up, descending on you. I'm going to now roll to see if I can hit you. What is your defense score?
My defense is 2.
I subtract 2 from my roll, and if I don't hit you, then I don't hit you. And you are lucky as hell because I just miss. So he comes plunging out, but he overshoots and he lands next to you instead. And it goes back to the top of the round. Rassilon, you have the reins.
Yeah, I'm flicking the reins and I'm
Yeah!
getting the horses out. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge.
I think that's fair. However, if you start moving now, you may end up leaving Thilvin behind.
But I'm not aware he's out of the carriage.
Oh, you can see him.
I can see him. Oh, in which...
You're not gonna notice that he just leaped out.
Okay. In which case, I've seen the creature.
Yes.
So I'm going to draw my masterwork sword and do a plunging attack.
Ooh, you're gonna go.
Yeah, like Smash Bros. Link.
I love it. All right, make me a roll. That will be once, I think in this case, no, you're leaping off a thing onto him. That is an agility plus melee. Difficulty 9 as always.
So 1 and 4 on the dice and 4 from agility, so 9.
Just. You're pretty good at that. Fucking hell. I didn't realize how tough the vampire was. So yeah, you plunging attack into him, roll your damage.
So it just says D6 plus 2, so there's no L or H, so just...
Yep, so you just roll D6 plus 2 and roll a 1, please.
Okay. 5.
Crap. So you leap on out and you stab it down into its neck as it tries to get up, and as you sink it all the way in. No way, you only rolled a normal success. You sink it all the way, you hear him go, "Ah!" and you see it trying to claw out your sword, but it can't. It's just desperately trying to reach for it, and then it slowly starts to crumble lower and lower and lower until it just hits the ground and it's no more.
I stand up and just say, "Good work. Handle yourself well there."
Terry, it's your turn in initiative.
Right. Beast is dead, yes?
Yep, Beast is dead. Combat's over.
I move towards the carriage and start rummaging through the pockets of the deceased.
Lord Angelus is literally... Duke Angelus is standing there going, what are you doing?
It's not as if they're going to need it anymore.
He says, you pick up about maybe 4 coins of gold. As he's like, why you? What was that? What's happening? How dare you? It's at this point that the initiative moves on to the enemy. The two of you, as you're rummaging through the pockets and you're standing there, hear a howl. And you start to notice it. Lights tinkering throughout the forest. The same colored eyes as the creature you just killed. You make out 1, then 2, then 6, then 10, then 12. Rousalon, it's your turn.
So, thief's in the carriage, rummaging through pockets.
Yeah.
I jump back up, grab the reins, and I'm gonna get the hell out of Dodge. This is ridiculous.
I think that's probably fair.
Yeah.
So you actually no, because Terry, you would not notice this, but only you would have seen it read. So you're like, oh crap! All right. Now, if you're gonna try and push a thing, this is something that requires a career skill. This is not combat. So, what career makes you a good horse carriage rider?
Noble, I would say.
I'll give you that. So make me an appeal noble roll. Hi, welcome to life. It sucks. Are you not rolling? Are you not rolling like +5 this time? Is that not what you're doing?
Oddly enough, no. But one of my flaws is that I'm unsettling. Same, which I share with the character actually, and I gain a penalty die in social interactions or when dealing with animals.
So when you make your roll, you roll 3d6 and you take the 2 lowest. Yeah, you'll be fine. Just make it happen. Just make it count. You'll be fine.
Okay. So I rolled a 3, a 1, and a 1.
Okay.
And obviously there's the 1 from me being noble. Do I need to pick one of the other characters now?
No, you're fine. You're fine. This is a really good time to show something else. When you roll 2 1s, you have a choice. You can gain a hero point if you let the action become a calamitous failure. Oh, hold on. Actually, I think it just becomes a calamitous failure. I don't think I have a choice. Let me check that.
I mean, no, I thought it was just an immediate failure, but only a calamitous failure if he chooses to get a hero.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's an immediate failure, so you failed. But if you like, you can make it a calamitous failure and gain a hero.
Do it.
Good.
Do it.
So, okay, so they're like the light side, dark side points.
Not really.
Not so much, no.
Okay. Right, so
nothing like that at all.
Right, there we go. That's fine.
They're more like fate points. You played fate with me, right?
I have indeed.
There you go.
So one of my flaws is curse ×2, and I start with 1 hero point.
Yeah.
Is there a limit?
More.
Yeah. Is there a limit on how many? So I could. So I start with 1. So I could gain another.
Yeah.
What are they used for?
So you can use them as you use your faith points, and you can spend a hero point to upgrade your normal success to a mighty success. You can use it to what's called negate an attack on you in some kind of awesome way if you can figure out how to risk it. There's a lovely list. When it comes to play, you can use it for beginner's luck, so you can make a roll and skill you don't know. You can use the Thigh Death, aka you can use it to keep yourself alive, you're almost dead. You can use it for a twist of fate to change the story. And you can use it to re-roll your dice.
Fate points. In which case, I will have a calamitous failure.
Oh,
because it's funny.
So you grab the reins and you go, yeah! And the horse turns around and sees your face. He looks at you, being a vampire that you are, and it fucking bolts. The horse starts running as hard as you can. You're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It is not listening to you. It does not care where it goes. You have no control of this horse as it's starting to move.
That's fine. We're moving away from the 10, maybe more freaky beasts. Which,
by the way, have now broken into a run behind you and are now chasing you from the back.
That's fine. They've become a problem future me deals with.
All right, we shall cut to the inside.
We've dealt with the immediate threat, so
you'll be fine. Go away. That's a light filler. You'll be fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You'll be grand. Thovin.
Yes.
Thovin, you are inside the carriage, and Duke Angelis is like, "What are you doing? Whoa!" And the carriage starts to move really fast. The door's not even closed.
I grip with my left hand onto the side of the carriage, and I close the back end of the carriage.
Is that all you're doing?
I shout up to what's his name? Razalon. What the hell's going on?
Okay, so shout.
What the hell are you doing up there?
Bit busy as I'm trying to gain control of these reins. Just come on, you stupid horse.
He's not. You're not quite sure what he's doing, but the horse doesn't seem to be responding to him, and he's looking more and more agitated.
You hear lots of Turkish swearing, smattered with some Latin. I'm going to shoehorn these languages in, Lloyd.
So, what do you want to do, Terry? Remember, there are no wrong choices, Terry. There really is no wrong choices. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. There are no wrong choices unless you're Gareth.
So,
wait, which one?
Yeah.
Either applies.
Gareth.
Either applies, Gareth. Don't worry.
Yeah. If it's funny, do it.
Before closing the back of the carriage, I did notice the beasts chasing us.
Yes, and also if you didn't, you can just poke your head out right now and be like, "Oh."
I turn to the occupants of the carriage with knife in hand, and hold on.
Oh, you are like,
no, not threaten them, just my knife in my hand in general, and make them look at what's chasing us.
You mean so? Okay, so do it. Tell me, role play it out. I am Duke Angelis. I'm in there. I'm like,
so facing you, with my knife in my hand, I look at you, and make you point my knife towards the back of the carriage, so you look.
Okay. So you go, and it's like,
yeah. Once you've noticed the beasts, I say to you, what coinage have you got for us saving your lives, or I can throw you off the back. I'm a thief. It's what I do.
Okay. Terry, gain a hero point for that. That's appropriate for your character. It's like, so how much your pesos? I'm saving your life. What's up? He's like, he looks at you and he's like, he opens up like his he opens up like a chest next to him, and he pulls it up, and he pulls out a bag of basically jewels as he can, and he hands it to you. It's next to his crossbow. And he holds it up towards you like this, like, take everything, take it. Just get those things away from me.
Pleasure doing business. With that, I take the gems.
How
many beasts are we talking?
Well, if you poke your head out, you can see 5 on one side, 5 on the other.
Right, okay. I take out my throwing knives. I think I've got.
Okay.
And proceed to throw the knives, aiming for the heads of the beast.
All right, you're gonna have to get to the top of the carriage for that, because otherwise you're gonna be like this.
Right. Okay. I've got a high actually, ain't I? Grabbing the the roof of the carriage. I kick the doors open, and momentum flips me out onto the roof.
Yep, you are acrobatic. Don't roll. You do a sweet flip and you land on the roof. You can see up there, Rassilon is like, you're on the roof. What you do?
Proceed to start throwing my throwing knives at the beasts, aiming for the heads.
Okay. Now, you're in a moving carriage. You're using a weapon of a short range, and you're doing it through fog. However, there are 10 of them. So, make your roll. You have a penalty die, which means that you take the 2 lowest.
2 lowest, so it's 2d6, yeah?
Yep, 3d6. Take the 2 lowest dice. And it is agility ranged.
It's 9. 13.
Wow, you took the 2 lowest, you got 13. What'd you roll?
Oh, sorry, no. 2 lowest is a 4 and a 1.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9, just enough for a hit. That'll let you hit 1. Now, if you upgrade to a mighty success, the amount of damage you roll is the amount of creatures you hit and take out.
Do it.
But you have to spend a hero point to do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And you'll be out of throwing knives.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
All right. Roll your damage. 2d6. Take the lowest.
2 3s.
2 3s. Oh, there we go. So you standing up there with your daggers out, you spend a hero point, you start chucking them down, and you hear ow, 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 and 3 of them go flying off. Nice work. 7 left to go. Their turn. They spend the turn speeding up to catch up to you guys. 1 leaps up and like grabs the back. 2 move around the side. 2 more go around the side again. So there's 2, 2, 1 at the top. And then there's 2 more left, and they stay behind. That's their turn. Next turn, they're going to jump in for their Rassilon. This horse is not listening to you.
But the horse is clearly terrified.
Yes.
So these creatures have... How many of them are on the carriage?
Only 1.
Only 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let out like some sort of vampiric, like roar, snarl. I'm trying to like terrify the horse even more to spur it on faster.
Okay, I think that's perfectly fair. Make me an appeal vampire check. Yeah, do it. And you once again still have a... No, actually, no. I will not give you your penalty die for unsettling.
6, 5, so that's 14.
All right, yeah. The horse bolts as fast as it can. You actually start to leave the 2 on the side behind, and they trail behind you. Sylvan.
All right. Beast is on the carriage, on the back.
Yeah, he's climbing up.
Smash his paws. Stab him.
I'm out of daggers, isn't I? Yeah. I grip both hands on top of the carriage, swinging myself forward with both feet to kick him.
Oh, wow. So you'll like drop kick him away. I like it. Make a strength check. Strength and melee.
Strength and melee. Strength is 0, melee is 1.
Just roll high.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's easy. Just roll high.
2d6, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. 4.
You go for the sweet kick, and you realize that this thing has teeth. And it's just like, ow, and then, ow, pull your leg back, leaving you on the side. It's its turn. It starts to crawl up, and it gets to the top of it. And as it gets to the top, it leaps. But this time, it leaps past you. Instead of going for you, it tries to sink its teeth into Rassilon. Rassilon, I'm making attack against you this time.
God damn it.
Oh, so my boss is having a really weird question. I'll answer him later. Rassilon, what is your defense?
2.
Doesn't matter. Still hits.
Of course.
It reaches up, it sinks its teeth into you, and it does 2 points of lifeblood damage. As you can see on the character sheet, you have a second called lifeblood.
Yeah.
That you take. So what you do, right? There's 2 types of damage. There's lasting damage, which is you take with an X, and there's fatigue damage, which you take with a slash.
Okay.
Slash damage is light damage, and that goes away at the end of a turn. Lasting damage is a cross, and it stays. So in a moment, it's only doing like light damage to you. So mark 3 slices along. Because it's a good time for me to teach you how to combat the damage as well. Hey, it's good for you.
Just a quick question. You know the character sheets you got empty. Can we edit them, or is it you that edits them?
Unfortunately, you can't edit them. They're not editable. You have to print them and just write them manually, or just have a notepad and just write things down.
I've opened them as a PDF, and I'm just like putting stamps on them.
That also works. For those of you who understand how PDFs work. Okay. Meanwhile, the other two that stayed behind also make the leap onto the carriage, and they start to climb up. So you've got that happening. Now, the 2 on the side of left behind. Remember, 2 stayed where they were.
Oh yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, those guys were not left behind. They just kept up, and when that one leapt up, they leapt up to catch on. Whereas the other 4 went there. They're being left behind from the movement and stuff like that. Now, here's the interesting thing. As you come along, the camera pans and you see this beautiful, picturesque town, but the smell of death starts to hit you, even though you're on your carriage. You can see it, the smell wafting towards you in an almost horrible and unelegant way. And as your carriage is coming towards it, you see there's a space for it that leads to it in front of a giant chasm that sits in the way. The chasm has a bridge that is very thin, skinny bridge that would gladly take your carriage. But the horse is so terrified, he's missing the bridge entirely. You will reach the bridge in 2 turns.
Okay.
This is turn 1.
So we basically get like an action now, and then
an action, one more action, and then you're at the bridge.
Cool.
So you better have a really good plan.
It's just bitten me, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite it back.
Yeah.
Go for the neck. Fuck it.
Melee. Roll it.
Okay. So strength melee.
Yep.
Okay. That is strength melee. That is 9.
All right. You bite it back. Do 1d6 light damage. So roll 2d6. Take the lowest.
1.
Sorry. It's 1d3 light damage because it's technically physical. So roll 1d6 and half it.
Okay. So 3.
3. And add 1. You heal 4. And you gain 4 extra faith points.
Okay. So,
you gain 3 faith points to use in this scene.
So that damage that I just took is gone?
Yep. Damage is healed.
And so faith is to fuel my vampiric powers and stuff.
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah,
and you suck the life out of it. So describe how you kill it.
So I turn. It's just taken a chomp out of my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrench its head up. Like I let go of the reins because they're useless to me. So I grab hold of its head, lift it up, and turn my head as I'm turning its head away from me, exposing the side of its neck.
Mm-hmm.
And I just rear my head back and sink my fangs in and wrench them out. And just push
Shack the body on the floor.
The corpse off.
Nice. Yo, Thobin, you see this?
Yes.
So you know that. That's it. You turn around and he's like, ah! You're like, whoa! And Thobin, it's your turn.
Right. So the one that
you've got 2 of these wolves on the carriage climbing up for you.
Yeah.
You've got the bridge coming up about 2 turns.
Right. The one behind me is dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so dead.
I grab the leg of the dead beast.
Uh-huh.
And throw it back towards the other 2.
If you succeed at this, I will say you knock them off.
Right, okay.
So, this is a strength range check.
Right, strength is 0, range is 1.
Believe in yourself. Just roll 2 6s.
You can do it.
9.
9 exactly?
Yeah, 5 and a 4.
Lucky bastard. You describe it.
I grab the beast leg, and as I turn, the momentum forces the beast outwards, colliding into the two that are climbing on the back of the carriage.
It's perfection in words. Oh wait, hold up once again. My computer just went weird. There we go. It's perfection in words. Exactly. So you throw it, they go, you see them fall back and they tumble away in the distance as the horse moves on. All right, guys. This turn, the wolves, the half wolves, the whatever the hell they are, they back away because they realize that you're gonna go off the edge and just leave it to go off the edge. So we don't need to do anything. So why would they want to fucking bother? So it's your turn, guys. If you do not find a way to either get off this carriage or change the carriage towards a bridge this turn, you are going over the chasm. Good luck.
Well, there's no way to stop this horse at all. So I'm going to turn, grab the thief, and throw us, like, jump.
What about Angelus?
Yeah, he's in the carriage. I can't help him.
Are you sure you want to leave him behind? It may have consequences later.
The thing, we've got like one turn. What's this? Like 6 seconds to react. Not
necessarily 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's dramatic turn. It's not D&D.
Okay.
You don't count the seconds down.
In which case, I am going to turn to the thief and, throw yourself over the side and launch. Basically, have I got like vampiric, like super speed or something?
Yes, you spend a hero a faith point and you use that power you want. So you can spend it to have super speed to get there.
Yeah. So I am going to super speed into the carriage, grab our passenger, even though we haven't got any money left, but grab our passenger and
like, wait, my belongings!
Go out the other door. So like come in through the side and then out
grab
the
him
other.
and leap out the other door. All right. Make me a strength vampire roll. And if you succeed, you will not be hurt. But take a penalty die for taking someone with you.
Okay. And then take that faith point off. Can I remove additional faith points for extra stuff?
Nope. Those are only for using that. But you can spend a hero point to reroll your dice.
Okay. So take the lowest 2. I'm going to spend a hero point to reroll my dice.
What did you get?
A 2 and a 1.
Oh boy! Are you sure you want to blow your hero point? You only just got one.
Yeah, but then it's fine. I can just make another catastrophic failure. It's all right.
Go on then.
Okay, reroll. There we go. So 5 and a 4, 9, 11, 14.
All right. You leap off with him and you bounce, but you hold on to him, and like your body and skin takes the blunt of the hit. But you are a vampire. This is nothing to you. You actually just roll with the hit and you roll off inside. Dovin, what about you? How are you getting off?
Right, he's already taken passenger, yeah?
Yep.
As I make a break for the back of the carriage, I grab the chest that he left behind.
That's like a chest this big.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can if you want.
Do it. Do it.
I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, I grab the chest.
Yeah!
And just casually leap off the back of the carriage.
Okay. Because you have the chest, please roll strength and not agility.
Oh, God, my strength is
and
0.
You have a penalty die because you're holding the chest.
Right, okay. Strength is 0, so 2d6 or 1?
3d6, 2 lowest. I believe in you.
2 lowest is 2 threes.
That's a 6 plus.
Say again.
6 plus. What's your bonus from your oh, hold on. I forgot to add what else you have to add to it. Give me a second. Let me look at the character sheet. Also add your thief to that roll.
My thief is 3.
Oh, so you got 9 then, right?
Yeah.
Just cleared it. But that's not a mighty success. I'll give it to you. You land with the chest. You roll with it, and of course, because it's not the first time you've done it, you come up shining with the chest in your hand. And as the worst class you do so, the both of you can see the carriage go right off the edge of the chasm, fall into the pits below. For a moment, the both of you look around, almost dazed, with your heart beating quite hard. But it looks like you've not been followed.
I stand up, brush myself off.
Stands up as well. He's like,
yeah.
Oh boy. Wow. Are you all right?
Yes. Are you okay?
Yes. What was that?
We don't have time to talk. We need to move and cross this bridge. And I gesture towards where the wolf creatures were.
He doesn't need to be told twice. He starts running towards the bridge.
Okay, I follow, briskly walking behind him.
And Terry?
Before setting off, I realise the chest is too heavy, so start rummaging through the most important things to take.
The problem, though, is that the chest is also locked.
I have lock picking.
All right. See if you can pop it open. Make a roll.
Lock picking. Yeah, I do have lock picks. What do I roll for a lock pick?
You will roll 3d6 plus your thief and your agility.
Right.
And you take the 2 highest.
6, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14.
All right. You pop it open, and you see there is a fantastically fine-looking crossbow inside. It's almost immaculate. It's really well designed. It's beautiful. It's shaped almost perfectly.
Does it come with bolts?
Yes, there's 5 beautifully handcrafted bolts on it.
I pick up the bolts, stick them in my pack, and I sling the crossbow on my back.
Okie doke. And then you head into town?
Yes.
All right. That was a primer for you guys. How was that? How was the system for you? Was that
pretty
easy?
good.
That was all right. So what happens for those of you who have damage? Do any of you have damage?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. In
Well,
which case, we're going to leave you guys for a moment. And we're going to cut to the rest of the party. So, Joshua, Duval, what happened last week? Would you like to give an update?
Gareth, do you want to do this, or do you want me to do
You go ahead.
it? Okay, so last week, Joshua and Duval were traveling via a steamboat, I believe, traveling along beside the outside coast in Spain. As we were traveling along, we awoke just before dawn, still dark, when the boat was struck by something, throwing myself and Joshua out of bed, rudely awaking us. We dressed quickly and got ready to leave, but we found that the doorway leading out of our rooms were blocked by some terrifying incident. Joshua decided to climb up the outside of the boat to see if he could see what was happening. I decided to unlock the door, at which point water started flooding in. The boat tilted and listed dramatically, and although I couldn't open up the door after it was locked, Joshua started to climb up the sides. As he did so, there was a solid standing thumps from the door, and just before I could lock it, the door burst open with some dead human, or at least it was human, face half ripped off, torn on one side. As he came charging back in, Joshua, being the dramatic hero that he is, swung back in on his whip, kicked one of them to the ground. I used my magic to bend the mind of the other one to my will and forced it to be my slave, and got it to carry my trunk of gear. We left out through the doors, and as the water started to climb higher and higher, I cast another spell to levitate my chest, getting the creature to still pull it, but whilst I sat up on it. We made our way up to the top, whereupon we saw a young man playing a flute. The flute seemed to be some kind of magical song, but we weren't able to get more information than that, as a gigantic wolf jumped onto the side of the ship, causing it to list and turn more. We were surrounded by at least 50 of these zombie creatures as they all came out of the ship, all of them having had been taken over by this thing. We were saved for whatever reasons. At this point, I decided that I would need to cast a pretty powerful spell, which would take time. So Joshua decided that he was going to save us. And by that, I mean throw stakes and hit things as they came in close. He also offered to help save me by throwing me into the water. But being able to keep my head, we were able to convince both the wolf and the creatures that we had run and dove off the side of the boat. They all followed to try and keep up with us, being whisked away by the water. We were then able to make our way onto land, wherein we came into the small village that was there, tumbled down sort of place looking like it's had better days, a large castle standing high up out in the center of town. When we arrived, there were dead-eyed looking people dropping bodies onto the side, letting them be washed away by the waters. They didn't seem too worried about what was going on, but upon investigating the bodies, we found out that the bodies themselves had been drained by blood. Joshua, looking in with his expertise, found that they'd not been drained by blood by puncture wound, as you would expect, but by having their eyeballs gouged out and the blood drained through their eye sockets. We still decided to head into town, because Joshua is a big goddamn hero, and I'm there to make sure he doesn't die. And upon arriving in town, we came to Merle's Inn, a place with a young lady, pretty solidly built, who was defending it against a group of men who were trying to take over her inn. We decided that the right thing to do would be to help her and help to eject those men. Once we got in there and managed to take up residence and rooms, got some food to eat, thin food, but food all the same, we found out about Count Jacques and Bart, who's been going around attacking, bullying people. Bart is Count Jacques' son, and there's a bit of a, well, nobleman's son, really. Upon getting some more information and entreating with Joyce, the inn owner, she agreed to take us into the castle to help us look around, find out what was going on. Both Duval and Joshua decided that this needed further investigation. And this is about as far as we got. I believe that we'd had a long rest in Merle's Inn, and Joyce was going to let us know when she was going to be heading in so that we could travel with her. We will be going as her guests.
All right, so we'll cut back to you guys quickly before we jump onto the other group and put you guys together. You were in the inn. I'm gonna slightly jump time as well, guys, because I want to get you guys all in the same place because it's easier for that.
Yep.
You were in the inn, the two of you sort of relaxing and being so like careful when you hear footsteps approaching from the outside, which is quite interesting because outside in the streets there's barely anyone walking around. The whole place is hidden and quiet. Everyone's staying inside. So as you were standing there, sort of minding your own business and sort of doing your best to keep it up, you hear someone approaching. And as you come up to the door, as you look up to the door, it opens and you see this well-dressed man who is covered in sweat and dirt sort of come in, and he opens up the door and he goes, hello, is Meryl here?
Excuse me, sir. Who are you?
I am Duke Celis. I come seeking a place to have a drink and somewhere quiet, and just to see the town again. And I was hoping the lovely patrons from this place would help me out. Sorry, I've been running for a while. And he looks back and he's like, oh, boys, come here, quickly, come here. And he gestures towards two other people, ushering into the room and bring them in. You, there, got 4 names already. You, Thovin and Rassilon. He gestures towards you guys to come along, and he's like, I'm so distraught. Please, these men helped me out. And he sort of gestures him to come in. But something is terrible that's going on out there. And I don't know what, and I don't know why. And I was hoping to see Meryl because I need a moment to relax if I head up, and it won't let me into the castle, and I don't know what's going on. I need some clearance in my head.
Excuse me, sir. You said that you were attacked on the road coming in?
Yes, and these 2 brave men, these 2 incredible souls saved me. Well, one incredible soul, the other guy stole my money, but that's irrelevant.
Really? He stole your money? This does not seem like the actions of a man who should be an hero.
I'm sure he meant well. It's fine.
I just walk past and find myself a seat at the bar and I need a drink.
While this is going on, I'll shout out to Joyce to make aware that someone's here.
She comes running and she opens the door and she looks over and she narrows her eyes. She goes, Duke and Celis? And he's like, Joyce? What are you doing here? He's like, I came to see my sister. She passed away. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a little, may I sit down? And then he basically takes like a seat just randomly. He's like, it's slowly starting to come to him that he nearly died. And he hasn't really processed everything. And so just takes a deep breath and he tries to catch it. And he's like, and then he starts to regale the story of what happened on the road to the rest of you guys, that you were attacked by wolves and things that happened. And Joyce is nodding, going, same thing happened to me too, coming down here. Yes. And he's looking a bit perturbed. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce you. These are my companions. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they're my entourage. I hired them now. This is, and he points towards you, Thovin. I don't actually know your names.
I'm Thovin Dalak.
And the quiet one over there is, and he sort of gestures towards you.
In need of a drink, still.
Joyce goes, are you paying?
I look towards the Duke.
And he goes, I have no money. I have no money. And he looks up towards, it's only then that he realizes that he has no money. And he looks up towards Tom and goes, you have all my money.
You mean my money?
I want that back. How am I supposed to live?
Well, that was the deal. I saved you. You paid for it.
Joyce looks at him and goes, Joyce looks at you, and you see her roll her eyes in the fucking Duke. And she's like, I'll get you a cup. You just chill out over there. And she goes to the back kitchen again.
As she does so, I'm going to slip her another gold to pay for the Duke's stay, drinks, whatever.
She's like, no, it's fine. He's family.
No, it does not matter. These things should be.
I mean, I'll take your money anyway.
Good.
But he's family.
He's not saying no.
I'm not saying no. I'm taking it. And she goes to the back to start preparing something for him to drink. And he just looks so perturbed. He's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't understand this. Can anyone explain what's happening? Why are we being attacked in the streets?
Can you describe your attackers to us?
He starts to describe them as wolves, harsh, horrible wolves that just came out of the forest and then took them over with blue eyes.
Through Slayer knowledge, am I aware of what these are?
Oh, make a roll.
Okay. So 2d6 and
Yep, do
Slayer.
it.
That would be an 8.
That's one short.
But I'm going to spend a hero point.
Yeah!
Hold on, you said I'm good at creating things such as drawing, am I not?
Yeah. Do you want to assist? If you say you draw the creature for him, I will count as an assist and give him a +1.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. So no, you need to actually just do the thing.
Yeah. While sat in the back, I'm scribbling away on a piece of paper. As I finish, I fold the paper and throw it towards him.
Ow!
This is what we were chased by. This is what we dealt with.
All right, that'll give you a +1.
Okay.
So, looking at these, the way their eyes glowed was very similar to Cerberus.
Right.
And the way they were formed, but it seemed more primitive, more like smaller. Cerberus was a giant wolf, like he was fucking huge. But these are tiny baby ones.
So they're smaller versions of what was on the boat.
Yeah, on the
That's
boat.
where we were doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, our one was big enough to tip the boat over, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was fucking huge.
As I look across to the Duke and the two people, what do I see? What do they look like?
All right, guys, describe yourselves. Starting with you, Gareth.
So I've got longish silver hair, like it's almost like luminescent. I've got a plain black sort of duster coat, an open shirt, but it is covered in the wolf's blood, as well as my bottom half of my face is just completely covered. The coat has various scratches and has been stitched together numerous times, but there's a fresh one on the left shoulder. But blood there, but no wound underneath. I've also got my masterwork sword at my hip.
And Terry?
I'm short, about 5'4", 5'5". I'm in worn black leather. Some bits are torn but have been restitched. I have medium growth of facial hair, dark black. My face is obscured by a large black leather hood.
All right. So, and you guys, can you describe yourselves to them, please, for me?
Okay. Marchand is a tall man, quick to scowl, heavy brow. He's got long, dark hair that reaches past his shoulders that's gently curled. He has got a goatee that pulls down into two separate beard pulls. Tall, wearing dark, heavy robes with component pouch around his waist. Slim but wiry, and generally looks mostly angry at everything.
Joshua is tall, slim, disheveled, long brown hair. His clothing kind of is rough and ready, and he's has a sword at his waist, as well as a concealed whip.
Ooh.
That's
They
it.
didn't turn their phone off.
I leveled.
Everyone gain a hero point but Gareth.
Thanks.
I'm at max hero points anyway, so.
How many hero points did I start off with, Lloyd?
I'm sorry,
You
guys.
said
I've
over
got
how
to
many is
take
on the top
a.
left bit. Sorry,
I've got to take a step out. I've just had an email. I've got to make a phone call, so I shall be back as soon as I can.
Go. Don't worry about it. We'll go on without you. We'll move to the next scene.
Don't worry. No one here was worried about a man with blood dripping down from his chin.
Okay, so now he's gone. Who was that guy? Who invited you?
All right. Well, we're gonna continue without him, and when the time comes in, we'll just kick him. We'll just go on and put him in. Grand. So, as you guys describe yourselves in your ways, in your lovely, beautiful, sensible, amazing ways, Joyce comes back in with mugs of possibly not exactly the nicest smelling beers. You reckon these were made from basically scraps and smallest things that you could possibly find to help you out. But she passes you guys all one because you're with the Duke. And he takes his and he drinks like, oh, it's disgusting. Oh. He keeps drinking anyway because there's no choice. And she looks over and she's like, she looks over at you two, specifically Duval and Joshua. She's like, well, are we still on?
I'm going to say that yes, we are still on. I think that this is very important work that we are doing. If we do not do it, then this place is going to go till it is dead.
Excuse me, what do you mean by work? What's happening? What's happening to this place?
Your journey in is just a small part of what has been happening. The town has been wiped out. They say it is the garage plague, but I do not believe that. Their eyes are pulled out. I do not believe that this is the work of a plague, that you pull your own eyes out. No. These people, they have been desiccated and drained. I believe that they are hunted, drained bit by bit until finally there is nothing left.
That is horrible. But I guess that explains the letter I got.
What letter is that?
Count Jax, he requested that I come over. He's throwing a bit of a party, a ball, sometime tonight. I'm probably the last guest to arrive. He's called in as many of the larger, more important people to come to town. They've probably been streaking in all day.
Yes, we know about the party. We are going to be joining with Joyce here. She has agreed to let us in.
Well, I'm invited. I'm definitely going. I don't want to get in your way, but is it dangerous? I mean, it doesn't matter if it's dangerous. I have to go. I'm a duke. I need to present my people, but I have no entourage. Wait, I have an entourage. And he points at Dovin. I hired you, right?
This is what I heard. You gave him all your money to hire him. Yes? You're a man of your word, huh?
Yes, I guess so.
Well, Meryl, sorry, Joyce, I'm sorry. I'm just so used to seeing it. It's like, don't worry about it, it's fine. Do you have anything you could wear that's a bit more, me? And he's like, where are your clothes? I had them in a chest. Long story. Do you? And she's like, all right then. And she's like, if you're gonna come with me, I need a bodyguard. Do you? I mean, can you dress like a bodyguard if I put some bodyguard clothes on you?
Sorry, are you talking to me then?
Yes, I was.
No, the clothes that I wear, they're for comfort. They help me, make me more agile. Other clothes.
I've literally given you all my money.
Till then, the man has given you all his money. This does not look like a poor man. He has hired you, oui?
Yes.
Then I suggest that he asks you a simple thing to change your clothes.
I need a representative. If you go with me, I know I'll be safe. I saw the way you handle those things. You clearly know what you're doing.
Very well. First, I need a blacksmith. I need to replenish my daggers.
Joyce goes, I can see what I can do.
I take a gem from my bag and flip it towards her.
She's like, you don't have to. Catches it, puts it in her pocket. Have to do that. It's fine. Well, then, I suppose we should get going. If for all in favor, you come in with me, and you two, Duval and Joshua, you come in with me, and you, and when he finally gets back, the other one will dress up like Angelus's bodyguards.
1 second, Angelus, you said that the other man over there at the bar, that he helped you? No? I'm curious, he's got a lot of blood on him. He does not seem to have any kind of wound, no?
Well, yeah, he was bleeding. He was kind of blood on his... Was that... I I do not listen. I do not get in the way of how people fight.
Joshua. Huh? Joshua, you have seen this sort of thing before, huh? Blood down the face?
Yes.
I think maybe we need to ask some questions.
I think we are going to
Rassilon?
Yes.
Oh, he's back. Hey, I didn't see you get back there.
So I had an email from the big boss going, call me. So I crapped myself a bit.
Everything all right?
Yes, just something I'm going to have to deal with. It's fine.
Okay. Rassilon, the question is why you have blood on your face.
I defended myself.
How?
And then I just kind of grin at him and then just letting the tips of my fangs show.
In which case, I will pull out my whip
Mm-hmm.
and attack.
Please. We haven't got that far in our relationship just yet.
Are you just going to go right into whipping?
Yeah.
Okie doke. Before I continue...
And I will also draw my sword as well, so the whip comes out, and so does the sword.
Yeah. Before I continue, just to know, you guys have seen this guy walk through the sunlight.
Yep, nope.
Let's point out. Right,
That's fine.
make a roll. Gareth, what's your defense?
2.
All right. Let's see if Joshua can actually roll higher than a 6 this time.
With Slayer, I've rolled 9.
All right. -2.
So 7.
So the whip comes out and it goes. Gareth, you are too fast for these people.
Yeah, can I sort of just like grab his whip? Just
I'll let you grab it with a hand,
yeah,
but not rip it from him because
yeah. No, I'm not trying to rip it from
so
him.
you just grab it with a hand. So you're
Yeah,
like, there's a standoff.
Like I'm here for a drink and a water basin so I can clean myself off, and then I let go of the whip.
I'm going to walk over to him. So as you say, your name is Rassilon? Huh?
Yes.
You have to excuse me. You are showing certain signs of a certain type of things that we are knowledgeable of. Huh?
Romanian, yes.
No, not Romanian.
Not Romanian. Noble. By my
and I'll say to him in Latin, vampire.
And then I just grin.
You understand, of course, the only reason you are alive is because you have walked in here through the middle of the day, which means you are either not a full vampire or something else entirely.
No, I understand I'm alive because your friend is incompetent.
You do not understand. He has made a small waver in your direction. If we really believed that you were a full vampire, you would not be standing.
Where is my drink? Sit down, little man.
Little man. Oh, you play a very dangerous game, my friend.
Guys, don't fight.
It's fun.
It's fun. No, keep going. I'm not stopping you.
Lloyd, based on what we were talking about last week,
Yes.
I decided to go for theurgy.
Okay.
Do you remember you said about
for
the
if you
second
pick one, you lessen.
Yeah, which is generally the levels of talking to spirit communication, and getting them to kind of do stuff.
Okay, look.
Using powerful spirits, best interests of my kind.
Okay.
As I look at him, I'm just going to go, Laved, tell me about this creature. And I'm going to see if I can call upon one of the spirits as a cantrip to just kind of coalesce beside me to look at him, to see if we can get any information.
However, spend the 1.0 cost and make me an appeal speaker roll.
Okay.
Can I just go pour myself a drink at this point? While this is going on?
There's no bar, dude. There's no bar.
Oh.
There's no this town. This is not like here you go.
Oh, just like
Everyone got drinks when they pay for their drinks. You don't pay for your drinks.
I look at my drink, realise it's not edible, and just slide it across the bar to him or the table.
I rolled a 14.
Oh wow. Okay. The spirit looks at you and it basically says it whispers words to you in weird spiritual language. You're not gonna call Latin. It whispers vampire, part human, part guardian, tomes, library, knowledge. Did you roll a mighty success or a normal success?
6 and a 4 is what I rolled.
Would you like to turn into a mighty success?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Seeking, tomb, castle, thief. As it says thief, it turns its head towards Thorvin.
Interesting. I see that for the moment, Rassalon, that our paths, they are aligned, huh? You look for something that only the castle has.
And how would you know such things?
Do not worry, little pointed-toothed man. Duval knows.
Yeah.
And you, Thilven.
I lift my head up and sort of stare in his direction. Face is obscured by the shadow of my hood.
I am watching you, Thilven. Huh? I know.
I lower my head back down, concentrating on my bag of gems.
That's fine.
All right. So now that you guys have all gotten to know each other best and you've all had a drink, does everyone know what the plan is? I'm assuming Gareth doesn't know what the plan is.
I mean, I'm heading to the castle.
Yes, but the castle is guarded and you can't just walk in. The other guys' plan is that they're going to go in disguised. Tovin and you are going in as bodyguards for Angelus, who said he has to be there anyway. And Joshua and Duval are going in as waiters alongside with Joyce. That's the plan everyone agreed. That's what everyone agreed on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I turn towards Joshua and just ask, if you're really a waiter, can you bring me another drink?
Certainly, sir. So I will go over to...
And keep your whipping confined to the bedroom, please.
Yeah, so I'll go help Joyce pour a drink. And while I'm there, I'll take out some of my garlic.
I just...
Basically.
Why not? And you slide it over to him.
I mean, I can smell the garlic.
Yeah, I was going to say, as he slides it over, I'm going to grab the glass and pull it away and go, Joshua, this is not the time for this.
No. He said in the drink, let's see if Homeboy will fucking drink it first.
Okay.
Well, so I'd be able to smell the...
Oh, you can
garlic.
smell the garlic. There's no hiding it. He's clearly put garlic in your drink and he's put it in front of you like, what now, bitch?
I'm gonna...
Are you gonna let your dignity make you drink the drink? Are you gonna be like, this is garlic in it, I'm a big girl. What are you gonna go for? What are you doing? Let's see what you got.
So I'm gonna pick up my new drink, walk towards Joshua. Said, you're very kind for giving this to me.
Also, if you put a drink on his head, that's chickening out. I hope you know that. Carry on.
Absolutely, which is why I'm doing the fake trip.
No, not giving you fake trip. Not giving you fake trip.
Okay, fine.
You gotta go with dignity, man. You gotta show me how it's done.
Sure. I am going to throw the cup at him. And I'm going to really throw it hard at him.
You chuck it. Because I don't want anyone to take any damage from this. I intentionally so no one takes damage. I'm going to say the cup either hits you, Gareth, and I go ow, and it spills on you. Is that fair?
I was going to sort of try to use agility to move out of the way and throw a stake in his direction.
Oh my god!
What happened to no conflict?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Gareth, I will immediately attack you if you do that. I will immediately go for the kill.
Okay. Well, how about we settle it like this? Both of you, we're having a post roll. Both of you make me. Let me double check. Both of you make me agility range rolls. Whoever wins decides the outcome of the scene.
D6s again.
Yeah, 2d6s plus your range plus your range plus your agility. You're both fairly good at both of those.
Okay, and it would help if I actually did 2d6.
7.
8, 11.
11. So you got 7, Gareth? Well,
Yeah.
there we go then. He chucks it at you and it hits you in the shoulder.
Okay.
And I'm just going to walk up to him, lean in close to her, and just say, "That's twice now. Enough, or I will kill you." And then I turn my back on him and walk away.
Dude, the bar's not very big. It still looks dramatic, though. All right, so can we cut to the next scene, guys?
Yeah. As he walks away, just I do say,
No, you lost.
Next
You
time,
lost, bitch.
mongrel.
You lost, bitch.
Next
Get
time.
over it.
Guys, don't fight. Come on. All right, so
Have I lost my faith points now that I earned from before?
yes, it's gone. I didn't see it disappear.
That's fine. Okay. But I keep my hero point.
Your hero point always stays
Yeah.
until you use it up, which will probably be the next scene. So,
it's going to be immediately.
So, we're going to cut to the next scene, and we're going to cut slightly in media rest because we're running out of time because it's already 9 o'clock. Everyone, we can have a quick 3-minute break. Now will be the time to do it. Anyone want a quick break?
No, I'm good.
I can quickly grab a drink, so I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah.
Go for it, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, in that case, I'll grab my character sheet.
Guys, I can't help but notice our characters are quite aggressive to each other, no matter what game.
It's almost like one's a vampire and one's a vampire hunter.
Yeah, true. I mean, I can't help that one.
No.
Right, I'll be back in a sec.
Right back.
We're still streaming on Awesomely Nerdy, aren't we? No, we stopped.
Let me just tell the guys I'll be back in 5.
I'll be honest, James. Whilst I enjoyed your recap, I felt it was subpar when compared to the Chroniclon. It wasn't up to that usual standard.
What?
Just saying, while I enjoyed your recap, it just wasn't a Chroniclon. It just
No, it didn't have that same effect. It's difficult to get Gav's level of gravitas.
the same detail that is available in the Chroniclon is, yeah.
Oh, apparently we can still be heard on the Twitch stream. even though there's the Be Right Back on there, yeah.
Yeah, I really should have turned off the desktop audio.
It's fine.
It's not like we were saying bombs or anything.
Oh, James, you. What was I going to say? Is there anyone watching?
I think there were people watching. I don't know if there are now, but 7 people watching, apparently.
Okay.
But that could be some of us.
Well, yeah, I assume some of us. Oh, I tried doing the thing where I hosted your channel, Gareth, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried. I've gone into it. I can't see what it is you were talking about.
So you guys enjoying the game so far, despite I knew I was like, you guys are gonna fight at some point. I'm just going to get over and done with.
Yeah, you've got a vampire slayer and a vampire in the same
I
room.
was like, please don't pick the vampire, pick the priest. Please don't pick the vampire. No, there it is. Okay, well, here we go.
We all knew that Boogaloo was going to be the edgelord vampire.
I was not the aggressor at any point.
Really? You may have not been the physical aggressor, but you're definitely the verbal aggressor.
Yeah, I sat down, and he tried to whip me immediately.
And then you went, in need of a drink. Yeah, where's my drink? And the lady's like, dude, I don't have a bar.
Well, I didn't know that.
So rude. All right, we'll kick the next scene off in a minute once Terry gets back. Everyone having fun though.
Yeah, it's a good system. I quite like this.
Thank you.
Now, my next question would be, how often can we do this?
What?
Are we able to continue this beyond nearly regular Wednesday?
Well,
thing,
I always have games that need playtesting. Like that's the thing that's my life. Like you can't help.
Yeah.
As much as I would like to, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this every week, but I
Yeah.
would like to come on.
I can't
definitely
force
won't be
this
able to.
every week because
I mean, I think having these as like 1 or 2 shots where like to test out new systems and stuff,
Yeah.
I'd be definitely up for that.
anything else it gets jumpy.
Yeah. And you know, we've already got our monthly D&D game.
Yep. Which is going to be a one shot this week because you and Carl aren't able to make it.
With this promotion of sorts, like I can't really leave campus during term time.
Oh no!
Well, because I've got an assistant now, but so he was on duty last night, and then when he's on duty, they're meant to be like my complete nights off. But there was some stuff happening, and I needed to be called in, and yeah.
Right, I'm gonna try and my goal is to finish this in the next hour and a half.
Okay, because I'm here until 10:30, and then I've got to release my boarding tutor, so I'm gonna have to bow out.
No. And hopefully by an hour we'll be done.
Excellent.
Like that's why I'm skipping to the next scene because shit will just start in the middle of it and we're like, well, here we go. All right, guys.
Sorry, I had a bit of a dilemma with a printer.
It's okay, don't worry about it. As long as you're catching.
All
right, guys. Are you ready to rock?
Yep.
So you will rock. The castle is booming. The walls of the castle are huge and it's round with a lovely little moat in the middle, but getting through was not a problem for the four of you, or 6 of you in the case. The first ones of you to arrive, who were gestured in, was you, Duval, Joyce, and Joshua. You were brought in as waiters and sent down to the waitress area. Most of the people who were down there's not that many. Maybe you see maybe 2 other servants when you get in the building. The guards are large and in charge, and they wear full armor of the mask down, and they escort you down to the bottom where you see these poor, weedy, tiny townsfolk who probably just been recruited to be servants for the day just so they can have some kind of food to eat, in the kitchen doing their best what they got. Joyce comes in and is like, nope, this is unacceptable, and she starts sorting out the food herself and getting things ready and moving it around and making the alcohol and making the stuff. So you guys are already in the middle of it, and she asked for your help for the moment because she's like, it will be too suspicious for you to wander around the castle now, not till the party kicks in, after which you will have the reign of the place. And she starts basically helping you go through that. As the party starts to kick in upstairs, above you, the other 2 with Vangelis arrive. The both of you have been given matching clothes. So you're wearing this lovely black number with the side golden rims along with it. Your hair's been allowed to flow free. If you have bad hair, this is a really good time to point that out, just let you know. And Angelus has welcomed you into the party itself. He comes towards the doors. They let him in without a problem, and the party's in full swing when we start to.
In our disguises, how are we allowed to hide our weapons? Because
however you wish.
In which case, because we got limited, were we able to carry the weapons in via cart or hidden? Yep. Okay, so the carts
you
outside.
You 2 have all your weapons.
Yeah.
As the entourage.
I literally physical.
the cooks have all their weapons because they could have gotten in any way they wanted.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
The two. You going?
Sorry. So we weren't searched as, or the waiters weren't searched as we went in.
Nope.
I was
It's
going
not
to say,
that kind of party.
I had daggers, fists, and otherwise they're just spell components, so no real weapons on me.
Yeah. Now, the two of you, aka, names are eluding me, Stovin and Rassalom, you were encouraged to bring one displayed weapon and any hidden weapons you want. So it's up to you what you want to have displayed and what you want to try and have hidden.
Right.
I've only got one weapon anyway, and that's my masterwork sword. So
Yeah,
I just have
you
that
can
at
get
my
on your side. It's perfectly fine. As a bodyguard, you're entitled to have one.
As my main, I've got a scimitar.
Yep, that's lovely on your side. You're throwing knives back.
Right. Okay. I'll take my daggers as a concealed.
That's also fair.
Oh, I'd say I can take throwing knives as well, can't I?
Yep.
Yeah. So daggers and throwing knives.
Excellent. And you will mostly be escorting Angelus all the way through the room. So, as he arrives inside, I'm going to be cutting back and forth between both parties. So, we'll start with the party at the top. The party's in full swing. There is beautiful ball-like music. The lights are slightly dimmed. Everyone is wearing like a funky mask to hide half their face. And they're all moving amongst the crowds and saying hello and greeting people and taking that. As soon as they go, Angelus has arrived, it was like, and they start clapping as they are welcomed into the room and people come along inside with them. You can see the party people are pretty much just like moving on each other and chattering and being sociable. And as soon as Angelus gets there, it's like within like 4 seconds of him arriving, a lady walks up. It's like, Angelus, it's been too long. Please come and join us. Let's speak about it. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And he's already like being dragged away to do conversations, leaving you guys to your own devices. What would you like to do?
I would like to keep an eye on him, Angelus, but slowly work my way through the crowd because I'm here to hunt down this book I'm after.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna move through the crowd, keep one eye on him, but move to the edge, hoping, looking for an opportunity to just slip away quietly into the castle.
Okay, I think that sounds like a pretty sensible plan. All right. You are a half vampire. Make me a mind, and if you have any of your talents that are all about staying hidden, I will let you use it. Any of your careers.
The only one noble. No, it wouldn't work for. I've only got vampire. So
Yeah, that's mostly for vampire knowledge and being a vampire.
Yeah, I don't want to use any vampiric powers. So I've got a mind of nothing, so I guess it's just...
It's even worse than that. You don't have a career in this. You roll a penalty die.
Yay! 3. Oh, okay. 6, 4, and 5, so 9.
9, so you do it.
Mm.
So you start to wander around the area, sort of trying to keep an eye open, making sure you know what or where you want to go and what safe areas you want to be in. As you're keeping an eye on Angelus and he's moving further into the crowd, you realize that there is a passageway that leads to the other parts of the castle that is open, one that you might be able to sneak off and go lone wolf on to go check out something.
I don't really want to go lone wolf.
Yeah, but it's right there. You should totally take it. Lloyd won't fuck you over for that, I'm sure.
See, you say these words, but I've played a Lloyd game before. No,
No, seriously, it's right there. You should totally take it.
I see no issue with doing this then. To be honest, I have no real attachment to the rest of the group, they were useful in gaining me entrance into the castle.
Here we go, guys. The legendary lone wolf excuse. I have no family.
Edge lording.
I don't need anyone. I mean, cut myself this fork. Dude, it's fine. Go.
Screw you guys. Yeah, I'm going down the secret passage to my death.
You guys don't like you anyway. Muff, bye.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't win, so I'm just going to do it.
The passageway
Catastrophic
leads
failure.
away, and you start, because you rolled that success, you move away from there. And as you're moving up, noises start to come what's going off from you, and you find a quiet place to hide as two figures start to move past you. One is what looks like a large gentleman, fairly old, old beard, also wearing a mask. And accompanying him is a very young boy, about maybe 16, 17, just walking along with him, coughing slightly as he gently puts his hand on the boy as they walk past you into the ballroom.
Okay. Does the boy look pale somewhat?
The boy does look very pale.
Can I do a vampire roll to see if he's just been fed upon by this?
He is passing by you for a second, so I will give you a mind vampire roll, but I will give you a penalty die.
Okay, so
because it's a very quick pass. You have to fuck. And your eyes are on the boy.
Yeah, my eyes are on the boy, so that's 2, 3, 8. No.
8?
8.
Remember, you can spend a hero point to re-roll.
Yeah, but I have a feeling I might need to save my re-roll for something else.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so you watch the boy go by, but you don't pick up anything strange about him, and you sort of shrug, and you continue to venture through the castle, and you begin the journey to the castle. Let's cut down to Dolvin. Dolvin, what would you like to do while you're here?
While walking around, I noticed what's Gareth's name again?
Joshua. Or do you mean other guy?
Rassilon.
Right.
I noticed Rathlon had slipped away.
Mm-hmm.
I slowly and methodically moved towards where he went.
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to slowly move towards where he went.
Yeah.
Which means when the door opens up, you will basically see an older gentleman with a big beard sort of stepping out, holding with a boy in his arm. On his arm, and he steps out almost directly in front of you. As you didn't say you were being stealthy, I'm gonna say they see you, but they don't react to you. And as they step in, someone goes, "Introducing Count Jax and his son Bart." As the Count comes in, and he bows to everyone else, and he goes, "Boy, you should go socialize. Go be a thing." It's like, "Yes, Papa," and little boy moves away, and then he moves on, leaving the door for you to follow along behind dear old vampire kid, if you want.
The door gone through, is the hallway dark?
It is dark.
Yes.
In that case,
There might be things to steal down here.
Someone's like, "Please come and save me. I can't do this myself."
They forced me into this. Come with me.
Am I able to wear my old leather clothing underneath the guard outfit?
Yes.
Once I've reached the shadows of the hallway, I slip out of the guard outfit, tucking them away somewhere, and pull the hood over my head and proceed to follow him in the shadows, stealthily.
Okay. All right. I will need you to roll if you want to actually get to the point where you can see him, because he rode ahead of you and he's gone behind. You don't have a penalty die, but I will give you a mind thief roll.
Right, okay. So
find him.
Mind is 0, thief is 3, and it's how many d6?
2d6.
6, 9.
9. All right. You can follow just behind. Keep that in mind for later. All right. As they're gone, we'll cut down to the other two. Duval and Joshua. You are now given free reign, and you start in the ballroom. What would you like to do?
Will we have seen the other two slope off?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. before that, though, I'm going to try and make some gentle inquiries about where the library is.
Okie doke. Make a roll from
Okay.
your. Are you going to ask the spirits?
Yeah, I think I will.
All right. Spend an arcane point and don't roll a die.
Okay.
You reach in the spirits to ask them a question, and you go, "Spirits, come to me." Nothing happens. For a second, you shrug kind of oddly, and you sort of say it again. Nothing happens. For a moment, you're not quite sure why this is going on. So you do it one more time and put a bit more effort into it, push a bit more arcane power into it. There are no spirits in this room.
Merde. I'm going to try and find my way over to Joshua, carrying something.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. And I'll try and whisper to him. Joshua, there is something very strange here. This place is not like any place I've been before. There are no connection to any spirits in any ways that I can see. Huh? You know what I'm saying?
Have you tried these hors d'oeuvres?
Yeah, bro, I hear what you're saying, yeah, but seriously, these fucking olives, mate. Mwah, mwah. Mate.
Brilliant.
Doorknob.
What would you two like to do before I cut to the action? I mean, the fun parts.
Obviously,
Okay.
I say that to him, but I know what he's talking about. But I just want him to obviously keep the idea that I'm an idiot.
Oh yeah, you've got it all fooled. Don't worry.
Joshua, I have known you for too long. I have known you for too many years to believe into this. Stop with the childish meddling. There are bad things going on here. If there are no spirits here, none. I cannot connect my into Lavard in any way, shape, or form.
If you can't get any spirits, try the beer.
Yeah, it is.
Joshua. There are
Duval
many.
takes on the dad tone, like Joshua.
There are many times in which fooling about is fine, but we are not with your friends now. Your family are not there to back you up. There's only me, huh? You know? You're aware, yeah? I tell you this because you need to know. Now.
Fine.
Head in the game, huh? You saw the eyes pulled out, huh?
Yeah. Yes, I did. During my walk around, I was scouting around for anything that can constitute vampires or undead and that type of stuff. Would I have seen anything or picked up anything overheard?
Make me a mind slayer roll.
Okay. Eight. I'm gonna spend a hero point.
Are you sure you want to spend a hero point on this?
I was
No.
going to say, I could have just tried to help you. Offered you some aid by nudging you and pointing to people as they go past, or
Check
something
that
like
dice
that.
sheet out.
It actually got worse. It was a 7.
Oh my god.
If you'd let me help you, that would have been 1 point. That would have been enough.
I will let you say you don't spend a hero point if you want, and have him help if you like.
No,
But there will be a consequence.
I've done it. I'm not going to meta.
No, it's not. It's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. There's something is at the back of your mind. You can feel it like there. And it's one of those things where once you realize it and you know what it is, it's really gonna be really annoying. Like, oh, that's what I'm not picking up. But you can't spot it. You look around the room and you see the main man, what's called Count Jax, is wearing his mask and he's going about. And you see him making a beeline for Angelus.
Okay, so I will walk tray in hand, and just follow. Walk to intercept, or to at least be close by.
Okay. Don't make me a roll. You are a servant. No one's going to notice anything else. So as you get closer, you come up in the tray, and he goes up, and they have a conversation. He starts talking about his journey and how he got there. And Angelus, of course, is like, oh, it was nice and easy. It was a piece of cake. I just came into the town and went across the bridge, and life's good, and everything's fine, and I'm not broke at all. And he's like, oh, and you see him constantly asking him more and more questions about his journey getting in. And he's like, nope, really relatively fine. Everything is great. How are you? But that's what he's talking about. Do you want to interject, or are you all right?
I will accidentally bump into him, accidentally on purpose, bump into him and nearly spill some wine or some hors d'oeuvres over him. I'm carrying hors d'oeuvres, so yeah.
Gain a hero point. You bump into him, and you're like, oh no! And you spill on his clothes, and he turns towards you with steely eyes. The music stops. Everyone within the area stops. Everyone turns towards you as you spill wine on him.
I'm very sorry, my lord. I mean no disrespect. I'm terribly sorry. Let me get something to clean you up. I'm terribly sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. What's your name?
Die, my lord.
He looks over. He goes, "Die, huh? Are you from this town?"
Very new, my lord. I came here with Milady Joyce. I'm here to help with the cooking, my lord.
The music kicks up again, and people start moving about. And he's like, "Oh, Joyce, where is she?"
Milady Joyce is in the kitchens, my lord.
Excellent. I will ensure that she knows that she served a very fantastic meal.
I'm sure she will appreciate it. Thank you, my lord.
Not a problem. Ah, it's almost dinner time. Do excuse me. And he starts to move away. You see the younger boy is still moving around. It's the first time you guys can see him, and the both of you recognize him. It's the same boy with the flute on the boat.
Does he appear to be recognizing us at all?
He's not seen you yet.
I'm going to try and give a wide swathe around him so that he doesn't see me. But I'm going to try and keep him in view.
Make an appeal and a career that you think will help you do this.
Given that I am currently serving, I'm going to try surf.
I'll give you surf.
Okay. And appeal, yeah?
Yeah.
5, 4, 10 in total.
10. You give him a nice wide berth. And you keep an eye on him. And he's going around speaking to the guests and bowing and being respectful. And all the guests are like laughing at him and petting him on the head and be like, "You're such a good child. Oh, it's all nice. Everything's fine." And they're being all fairly sociable and smiling at him. And then going back to the conversations where the emotions go right back to normal again without the smiles. And they start talking amongst each other. But whenever he comes around, they bring on a big smile and they talk to him like a little child. They rub his hair a little bit to make sure he's all right.
I'm seeing this as it happens, yeah? Or...
Yep.
Yeah? Okay.
Now, I'm going to cut away from you guys as Jacks go, "Aha! Ladies and gentlemen, dinner is to be served soon. Let us all vacate to the dining room." As they all start to move towards the dining room. Meanwhile, Rassilon, since you're leading the party, Dovin, you can kick in at any point. Just know you're behind him. Rassilon, where would you like to go?
So I'm going to continue down this passageway. I'm looking for anything, could be like a study.
So, all right, so you're going to explore and try and find a study.
Yeah.
Make me a mind and a career that helps you explore castles.
Noble?
I'll give it to you. Roll it.
Or vampires live in castles. Can we use vampires?
No,
Noble.
Noble it is.
So 3, 6, 9, 10.
All right. It takes you a bit of a while, but you start to see. You normally know that people tend to keep the libraries in certain special places of less damp and more warm, well, less damp, not too much warm, cold enough so it can keep the books fresh, all of that. So you start to work your way through to make up, and then you realize that perhaps might be a library a little bit further up, around maybe like the top of one of the towers or one of the special buildings. So you make your way up towards one. You arrive at these large doors. The taping of the wood and the starter in indicate that this is what a library would be.
Am I aware that the thief is behind me?
Because he is a thief with Thief 3, unless he states that he is letting you see him, you don't see him.
That's fine. I mean, I'm not really looking behind me.
I know. If you were like looking behind you, I'll give it to you. But
no, I'm
until you guys are in conflict, I'm not going to give it to you just yet.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm walking with purpose. I'm looking. I know what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm going up into one of the parapets to investigate this library.
Yeah, there's a big ass door.
I put my hand on the handle and test the door, see if it's open.
It opens gently. There's a lovely purple light oozing from beneath the door.
That's not normal. I cautiously open the door.
You cautiously open the door. You open it up to see you're in basically what would come as a library, books upon books stacked upon themselves. But in the center of the library, glowing in a circular motion and moving around over and over, is this magical ritual circle that seems to be just spinning very slowly. Sitting in the middle on a pedestal is what looks like a bookcase facing away from you. Not bookcase, one of those like things you put a book on so you can open it up.
Like the big lectern sort of thing.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Okay, facing away from me. So
Yes.
I'm going to walk around this magic circle, being careful not to cross the threshold to the other side to see if I recognize the book.
All right, you walk around to the other side and you can see what looks like the book that was missing from your library with all of its weird magical incantations inside.
Okay. Okay, I'm very cautious about this magic circle. Do I recognize it at all?
Do you have any kind of arcanist or speaker ability?
I've got Artificer. Is that?
I'll give you Artificer. Make a roll. Mine.
I mean, well, it's Artificer 0, so
yeah,
no.
It means you can roll without penalty die. Take it.
I see. Okay, so Artificer Mind. Oh, right. Okay. A 6 and a 2, 8.
Yeah. This looks like a typical ritual circle for keeping magic in.
Keeping magic in.
So it must be keeping whatever the book is doing within the circle.
Well, surely if it's keeping magic in, no harm will come to me if I cross this threshold.
That is probably true.
Yes. In which case, I know my book. I want it back. I mean, I got an 8. You know, I'm gonna step across the threshold.
So here's an interesting fact. Because it keeps magic in, you think it's fine. But as you step across the threshold, you realize something. Technically, you're magic. You're a vampire. You're a mythical being. Would this work on you? And as you step over the thing, you feel its magic hit you, and chains wrap around your body.
Can I struggle against the chains?
You can after this monologue.
Now for a word from our sponsors.
You hear as a figure steps out of the shadows. It's a fairly old man, really thick-looking beard, just like right there, like fairly alright. He's quite short and stunted. And he sort of walks and he goes, I am so sorry, Lord Rasamon, but I cannot have you take that book.
But it's my book.
I know, but I had that book stolen fair and square. I apologize for letting this happen, and I apologize for everything that's gone through, but that book is mine now. So if you would please just stay still and die, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm going to struggle like mad.
Yeah!
I want to rip this guy's throat out.
I love it. So, do you have any kind of Arcanist career?
The only thing is Artificer.
All right. So with Artificer, you know that there must, because of the role you made, there must be a source of power that's keeping you chains on. If you can break that source of power, you can get free. Meanwhile, hey, Terry, what are you doing?
I'm sat in the shadows in the doorway watching this unfold.
Yo, you know that man who just walked in? That's the man who hired you.
That's the man. Right. So that would be Bell something, wouldn't it?
No, he didn't give a name.
Oh, the description you gave me did.
Oh, no, did I put a name down?
Belvabria.
Uh-oh.
Hang on. I need to change the names around. I forgot I gave him a name for you.
I done goofed.
No one knows. Wee.
Nobody knows.
No, I didn't give a name. Belvabria is the name of the place. That's where you are.
Ah, right, okay.
I was like, no, I wouldn't have given a name. I was like, I left it vague because I didn't want you to know his name directly, because then I could say his name at the point.
Right, okay.
Which was Nicholas, by the way.
After watching the events unfold, I quietly sneak in, hugging the wall. I'm right in that circle thing only affects magical beings, yes?
You don't know that. You have no magic skill.
But I've been watching.
Yeah, but you have no magic skill. None of them has said the circle only affects magic beings.
You just see me step over and be covered in chains.
Yeah,
But I have heard him say that if he stands there and just die, yeah?
Yeah, have him say stand there and die.
Right. In that case, dagger in hand, I sneak up behind him, place the dagger on his throat, and just whisper into his ear, you don't want to do that.
I like that. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Make a roll. This will be appeal and thief. Yeah, I'll give you thief.
Right, okay, thief. So it's 2d6, yeah?
Yep. Just roll 2 6s.
Oh, fuck.
Or 2 1s. 2 1s are fine too.
Yeah, it was.
Would you like to make this a collateral failure for a hero point?
Can I spend a hero point and re-roll?
You can if you want.
No.
Yeah, spend a hero point and re-roll.
Coward.
2 1s again. Come on, baby. Come on, give it to me.
6
Oh,
and
wait,
5.
hold on. You want 2 1s, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can do it for even a 2-1 roll. Okay, fine,
Right.
fine.
I rolled a 6 and a 5.
All right.
Yes.
So you come on in, you put the dagger to his throat. He pauses, and then you say,
I don't think you want to be doing that.
he looks down at the dagger, he looks up at you, and he's like, oh my, I thought you were dead.
Dead? Do I know you?
He looks over at you, and he looks over down at the vampire, and you see him starting to make connections. And then he goes, if you slit my throat, he will remain trapped there forever and will die. Is that what you want?
Not particularly. But it's the treasure that I'm after. How about we do a deal? I have the book, you keep him.
Fair.
My employer needs that book for something very special.
What's more valuable, your employer or your life?
I just start shouting, slit his throat!
Slit his throat! Cut him!
As I apply more pressure on the blade.
He leans back and he goes, how do I know you won't slit my throat once you have the book?
You don't.
So what's my incentive?
Live or die.
I choose death. He slits his throat with your hand.
Well, shit.
You see the blood pour out as he hits the ground, and you see him start to breathe carefully, like lower and lower. As he's breathing and dying, the chains around you, Rassilon, start to get bigger and bigger and start to pull you down into the ground.
I'm really fighting against them, trying to shrug them off. Like,
what do you do now, Terry? Terry, what can you do now? Huh? Terry, what can you do now? What can you do now, Terry? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Terry?
Hold on.
Let him die. Let him die. Wait, pardon?
We're gonna cut downstairs. Guys, don't worry. We're gonna cut downstairs because in about maybe 5 minutes you're gonna join together. So it'll be good if Gareth doesn't die. So dinner time is announced and everyone is welcome inside and brought within the circle, and like the dinner table is laid beautifully and laid out for that. And you two are told to come along, to come inside, to stand by the doors, along with the 3 other waiters along with you. And as you're there, there's seats that have been laid out in a perfect form. And at the head of the table sits Jax, who claps for everyone to sit down. And everyone just sits down gently. And he goes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to have you all here. You have all traveled over the last few days to arrive. And you've all arrived in a tip-top shape as I expected you to. Well, most of you have. Unfortunately, one of you has not had the pleasure of arriving on time or well. Mr. Angelus? And Angelus is like, what? Please, no need to be shy. And then Angelus starts to rise, like in his seat, and he stands up. He's like, I don't understand what's going on. As he says this, you can see 2 of the soldiers with the big armored soldiers are standing next to him. You can see the doorways are all having people arrive on different doorways all the way through. Mr. Angelus has not been introduced to our lovely gallant ball, unfortunately. Everyone starts laughing quietly. It's such a shame. Unfortunately, he missed his entourage that was waiting for him as he came through. But no matter, we shall gladly have him here. As he starts to laugh, that thing at the back of your mind, Gareth,
Yeah,
it starts to go off, and then you realize what it is that you're missing. Throughout the party, everyone's had these masks on, but these masks have been shrouded around their eyes. As all the guests pull it off, you see none of the guests have eyes at all. And they all start to laugh and clap.
Yeah.
The two of the guys, two of the staff members who are like, what the hell is going on, see this and scream. As they scream, one of the guards with the halberds just basically run right through and like lifts him up and then chucks him down on the ground. Gentlemen, would we like to make Mr. Angelus our latest feast? I was like, yeah, wow, yeah, go Angelus, we love you. And all cheering him on. Anytime you want to interject, guys, please let me know. You also now realize why there are no spirits in this room. They've been driven away by all these vampires. As the 2 men grab Angelus and they bring the boy along, who's struggling against it, unsure. Begin the ritual. As he says this, one of the soldiers holds Angelus by the head. And the boy's like, wait, no, don't. And as he does, and he starts to scream, his eyes start to like water.
Angelus,
yes. This is happening to Angelus, the human guy you came with.
Right.
I will take my tray and throw it at the boy.
At the boy who is having the ritual done to him.
No,
I don't think the boy is a vampire. I think the boy
Angelus
is
having the ritual done to him by the boy, wasn't it?
No.
Just but now the boy's been brought along, and the eyes up there. There's energy passing from Angelus's eyes towards the boy.
Yeah, so I will throw the tray at the boy.
But the boy is protesting.
The boy is having it done to him.
Okay,
not
then
doing it.
to one of the to the 2 guards. But
Okay, let's.
use the tray as shattered and.
I just want to point out that you're in a room of about maybe 20 or 25 vampires.
Yeah, I can take them.
Can you take them? I like it.
Yeah, I can take it.
Okay, so make that roll. Agility and ranged.
Well, balls.
You're going to be shackering this stuff.
Oh, by the way, don't fail. If you fail, Angelus will die.
No pressure. Yeah.
So what was it? Agility and ranged.
Yes.
Right. 13.
Motherfucker.
2 6s, bitch.
Oh, that's a mighty success. With a mighty success, you can have other things happen. What would you like to happen?
I would like to see the tray go through both guards' heads.
Okay,
Yes.
done.
As in next to decapitate them.
That's done.
Continue going and cut the tops off other people's heads as they go through.
I'm not giving you that.
Thank you.
Actually, I might do. Roll 1d6.
Somebody's been watching too much Blade.
2.
2. You throw the tray in the most elegant way possible. Let's say you pour a bit of holy water on it for the dramatic effect, because then it makes more sense. And it goes right through both guards' heads, right through 2 more people, and all 4 drop, including the two guys who were holding the boy as well. Everyone pauses, looks around, and turn towards you. And as they turn towards you, you see his father look at you, and he goes, Belmont! Everyone raises up, and you 2 are in initiative. And I'll come back to you in a minute. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You're doing good. You got this. You got this. It's only like it's 23 vampires now. You'll be fine.
It's fine.
My boy Terry, and my boy Reese. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing
What's the
fine.
plan?
Fine.
What's the plan? What'd you do?
Well,
I am literally going to count down from 30. If you don't
Right.
find a plan before that,
got a
you're in
plan.
trouble.
I'm struggling against these chains. Can I start like ripping them off me, like engaging vampiric strength, something?
I will give you vampiric strength. Spend 1 faith point, and you will last a minute and not 30 seconds.
I don't have a faith point, but I do have a hero point I can use.
You should have faith points. You haven't spent any this scene.
You go back up to normal.
Do you start?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's me misunderstanding. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll spend that,
1 hero
and I'm just trying to rip these chains off me and struggle my way towards this book.
All right. So you're like, fucking, shit, crap. And while you're doing that, it's still like getting more and more, and you're struggling to stay up there. How about you, Tovin? Tovin, what's your plan? The man bleeds on the floor in front of you.
Destroy the circle.
I apply pressure to the wound.
Don't die, please.
Hold on. And I turn to Thingy in the circle and ask him what's the deal with the circle.
Destroy the circle.
Well, I need
Break
to know
the circle.
what the circle is.
It's a whole load of shit. Just destroy it.
You need to explain to him how it works, Artificer.
I
Yeah,
don't
I already
know.
told you how to destroy the circle. You won't tell him. He's not able to do it.
Okay, so do I have a rudimentary understanding of magic circles.
Like I said before, you know there is an artifact of power that's powering it. If you can find it and destroy it, you'll be fine.
Okay, what would give away artifact of power? Does it have the same sort of glowing light as the circle?
You have no idea. You failed that roll.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
you can tell him there's something to look for.
Okay. Check his body. There's going to be something on his body.
Yeah,
30 seconds have passed.
I rummage
Steal
through his
something.
body.
You rummage through his pockets as desperate as you can. You find like papers and a diary and like some pens, but nothing here seems to become some kind of artifact. There must be something else somewhere else. Make me a mind and thief check.
Mind and thief check. Okay. 2d6, yep.
Mm-hmm.
5, 9 plus thief, and then 12.
All right. You're looking around like, what could it possibly be? And you pause. Then you look up. And as you look up, you can see, with the more he's struggling, a slight glint of a crystal way up in the air. That has to be what's doing it.
I take out my throwing knife and hurl it towards the crystal.
It is a little too far for that.
Right, okay.
That's remember, you're on top of a tower, so that's like 100, that's like 50 feet up.
50
Clamber up.
Yeah.
Climb the bookcases.
1 minute is about to pass. Is another faith point?
I quickly climb up the bookcase to an advantage point to where I can throw the dagger.
All right. Climbing up, I'm not going to make you roll for that because you can climb anything. That's how you roll. You're just like, fucking Jesus Christ. And you're there. You can see it right there. All you got to do is just chuck it.
Yeah, I throw my dagger.
Stop.
Hammer time.
Do.
As you climb up to the top and you're making your way up there and you're about to go on, Gareth, you notice as he's climbing up, the body of the man below, the blood oozing down, the blood itself starts to turn a weird color of blue. And then it starts to fill up all around his head. And then his whole form starts to get bigger and bigger until it becomes a giant version of the wolf creatures that you guys saw before. As you are up there about to throw the dagger, you look down and you can see this wolf creature, this giant creature, the one that the other guys called Cerberus, look up at you and grin as it leaps up towards you. What would you like to do? You've got a dagger you've got to throw. Are you going to throw for the crystal or are you going to get out of the way of the trike?
Can I do both?
You can try. You can try and kick off the wall, dodge it, throw the dagger, hope it hits it, and land it without killing yourself.
Right, I will do that. I will flip off of the wall, and as I'm rotating, I will throw the dagger upwards towards the crystal.
All right. I'm going to give you the flip of the wall for free. Make your attack roll. Range, agility.
Range, agility. What's my range? 2d6. 9 on the dice. 12, 13.
All right. The crystal shatters. The chains break apart. He leaps up to come get you. He misses. And because he missed so badly, you do a sweet flip, slide down another bookcase, and land next to your boy, vampire dude. You hear a snarl as the eyes disappear in the darkness. You can hear it stalking you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in initiative. All right, so there's a fight going on upstairs. The wolf, that was you two and Cerberus, and a fight going on downstairs with 27 vampires, just also Count Jax and the boy. Let's see what you got.
Okay, Gareth, roll higher than me in initiative, okay?
Okay.
Oh, no. Just trust me, roll higher than me.
Everyone roll agility plus initiative. Everyone.
It's a priority roll, isn't it?
Yep.
I gain an additional dice on a priority roll.
Nice.
Shit.
Reroll.
Yeah, I've just rolled 655.
That's really good.
Yeah, plus... no, I've got 0 for my agility.
I rolled 10. So that would be 6 and a 2, and 1 for my agility, 1 for initiative.
Perfect. And next up, Gareth?
9.
Also good.
I've got 4 and 3 on dice and 3 for agility.
4 and 3 is 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So you are all in the success range.
Mm-hmm.
So most of you are going to go first unless I cheat. I'm cheating.
There we go. We all knew that was coming.
It was coming, boys. Cerberus leaps off the wall. He comes sliding in. He has a big arm strike, and it hits an area, not just one person. Dovin, Rathalon, what are your defenses?
2.
2, but I've got like a white box next to the 2.
Yeah.
Does that mean anything?
Let me double check that for you. Give me a second.
Yeah. So
don't worry about the weight box. That's in case your defense changes for any reason.
Right, okay.
So you both have 2. You both get hit. He comes in swiping down and he deals 2 points of lasting damage to you.
Right. What is lasting damage?
Write an X and a slice. That damage does not go away at the end of the scene.
Mm.
And he like slides around and he faces you and he snarls and his teeth are huge. He's massive. He's like 4 times your size combined.
Okay.
All right. Let's start the top people first because that was first. Rassilon and Dovin. Any one of you can go first.
Well, we'll let them do theirs and then we'll switch to us.
Yeah, I mean, any one of those two can go first.
Yeah.
After I've done the flip, how close am I to the beast?
As close as you want to be.
I take out my scimitar, and from underneath him, frontwards, I drive it upwards into his jaw.
So you're going to run in and go, rah! All right, I love it. Make the roll. Take a -3 from your roll.
So 2d6, yeah?
Yep. Plus your melee, plus your strength. But take a -3.
8 on the dice, -3 is 5. Melee is 1. Yeah. What else was it?
That's it.
Yeah.
So you come in for your strike, but you're attacking this thing head on, and it sees you coming. It laughs in your direction, and it sneaks around the side, and it goes, Tovin, you're a thief and a liar, and you couldn't dare be match wits with someone like me. Rathalon?
I am going to engage vampiric super speed and
Okay, that's nice.
charge at him with my masterwork sword drawn to.
I will give you a bonus die for spending a faith point.
Yes, there we go. All right, let me get rid of that. So it's going to be So I'm just going to charge and swipe at him.
Yep.
And any negatives to this?
-3 to your roll.
-3 to the roll. Is it agility or strength?
If you're just speeding up to him, agility.
So agility plus melee, yeah?
Yep, -3.
Okay, 6, 4, 3, so 10, 14.
14, -3?
Yes.
All right, wait, hold on. How'd you get 14?
6, 4, and
10.
3. That
Hold
made
on. 6
13.
plus 4 is 10.
Yeah, add 3 is 13.
Mm-hmm.
Take away the 3 is 10, and I've got 3 agility and 1 melee, 14.
Wait, where did +3 come from?
You said add agility and melee?
Yeah,
Yes.
but when you roll a boost die, you don't use all 3 die. You use the 2 highest.
Oh, I see. Sorry, that's that's me misunderstanding. So that would be 11.
Still hit. I knew it there, but I was like, I gotta make sure that number doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So you come swinging in, you go for the strike, you actually cut him. Roll damage.
So it's just the 1d6. That's 2. 1, but I reroll 1s on a masterwork sword.
Nice.
So that is 6. Add 2, 8.
All right, you see it squeal and move away from you. It looks pretty badly hurt, but he can still take a few more hits. Downstairs, you guys go next.
Joshua, I need you to be very quick now. Need you to get in there. Grab the Duke and the boy if you can, and then get back here. I'm intending on doing something very, very stupid.
Okay. So I will take out dagger and sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I hate like that. That scares me.
Pardon?
Every time you
So-
laugh like that, I get scared.
I am going to take a run,
Mm-hmm.
jump onto the table,
Yeah.
and slide down with dagger and sword.
Try and take as many as you want.
So I'm essentially just going to slide down, just slice it as I go.
Okay. I will give it to you, but you will need to spend a hero point after you roll to succeed. So
Okay.
make your roll. Everyone has a defense of 1. So take a -1 to your agility melee roll.
Okay. Can I
Oh,
use
hold on. The dual warding, right?
dual
The
wielding?
dual
Yeah.
warding, right? Take another -2 for
Right.
dual warding.
So -3 altogether, yeah?
Yeah, just roll really high.
It's easy.
I'm also going to use Slayer for this as well, if you don't mind.
Slayer. No, you can't use Slayer. You have to use melee you have to use melee and agility.
So I can't read.
Careers are only for career things. You don't get to use this for attacks. But if you were using a whip, you would have a bonus die.
Right. But I'm using
Use the
sword
whip.
and dagger.
Yeah, fair dude.
So
Yeah.
I
The
rolled
whip for this.
6, so
Mhm.
3.
It's dramatic looking. Do you want to take a calamitous failure? For
Yes.
hero point?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
All right,
Let's see how
you
it
come sliding in with these people as much as you can. Like you come going in for it. But the problem is that they know you're coming. They know you're a Belmont. So what happens is, as you come sliding in, they leap up onto the table and they start to grab you, and the table flips over, tipping over the side and sending you curling down to another side of the floor. You actually the table actually goes off the floor you're on, and you end up in the dining room. So you're now surrounded by about maybe 10 vampires by yourself away from the fight.
Okay.
You take no damage from the fall, though, because I'm nice. And you grab a hero.
What a guy.
You'll be fine. Thanks, appreciate it. Hey, how are you going to do with 15 more vampires up there, James? What are we going to do?
I have a plan.
Okay, that'll be good.
I am going to cast at the second magnitude.
Oh, wow. Big daddy moves. Okay.
I'm going to pull my knife out first.
Mhm.
Using the tray that I'm holding, I'm going to pick up one alcoholic drink and throw the rest of them onto the floor.
Mhm.
I'm going to pour that drink into the alcoholic drink into the tray,
Yeah.
chucking the glass onto the floor. I'm going to turn to the one surviving guy that's beside me. I am terribly sorry, but the needs of the many outweighs the needs of the few, and I'm going to drive the dagger into his throat.
Oh my
slitting it,
god!
allowing the blood to spray over the alcohol and the tray. I'm going to cast as a ritual sacrifice.
Wow. Okay, keep going.
I'm then going to draw my knife through the blood and the alcohol and cause a disfigurement to myself on my chest to drop it by another difficulty.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to swirl it around in as big a circle as I can. And I'm going to use a small flick of my power to set it on fire. And I'm going to use this as sympathetic magic to set fire to the room and the vampires that are within it. Hopefully avoiding Joshua. The intent
Fingers
is to
crossed.
create a circle of fire around him. Obviously, it's very much dependent on what the rules are.
Wow.
the roll
Okay. I don't think that's dramatic enough. So, how many points have you got left? How much
I've
that
got
costing?
I've got enough. Second
No, how much the
magnitude.
cost?
Second magnitude should be 10, but it should be part of my.
I know, but I mean, how much?
theurgy.
How much is it costing right now?
A ritual sacrifice should just be an animal. I'm going to do a human, and a causing a wound should be another drop.
So only 3 drops.
So yeah, it should be knock off 3 difficulty points off it. Should be 10. Should be 5.
I will knock off another point.
Yeah.
If you let the fire be reckless.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Please make a speaker roll.
Do I get to use my mind?
Yes.
No, don't get the double ones.
Double ones, please, if you could.
That's a 4 and a 5, plus mind of 3, plus speaker of 3.
Would you like to make it a mighty success?
Yes, I would.
Okay, the room explodes.
I'd like to use the mighty success to try and keep Joshua, the boy, and the Duke alive.
The mighty
But
success means that you guys are fine. So the explosion hits, like, and the floor you're on is disintegrated. Those vampires are not coming back. They're just gone.
Yep.
Your clothes are singed, and the boy is on the ground, like in a circle on burnt carcasses. There's still 10 alive downstairs next to Joshua, but everyone on your floor is dead.
Okay. Good. Joshua, get up, you fool.
As you're like wiping off the blood from the sacrifice you just made on that one guy who was just standing there like, what's up? Oh no! Okay, we'll cut away from you. We'll go back upstairs, top stairs. So, guys, you're still fighting Cerberus. What do you do? The building shakes. Oh yeah, I forgot about what's gonna do with this. It's reckless. The building shakes. He is readying himself to fight you when the floor you're on starts to crack. What do you do?
How badly is it cracking?
It's gonna get worse. You reckon maybe in about 2 rounds, you're not gonna have a ground to stand on.
Okay. What's the floor like by Cerberus?
Just as bad.
Okay. How heavy are these bookcases?
Very.
Would it be possible for me to, using my vampiric strength, knock a bookcase down at Cerberus, causing him to fall through the floor when it collapses?
You would need someone to distract him.
Okay. Thief, distract him quickly.
You should be more nice about it than that. Oh, you thief, do something. I'll be fine.
Please.
Right, he's moved away from me now, isn't he? He's focused on.
Yes, he's looking at me.
And he's looking at the vampire like, get me some of that vampire blood, baby. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
I'm just gonna kind of like say out of the side of my mouth, like, keep him busy. And when I say now, jump away.
Right. Obviously, when I was following the vampire, he couldn't sense that I was there. Yeah.
No, he couldn't.
What about Cerberus?
Well, depends. He's looking at you right now. You don't have time to hide in shadows.
Right. Okay.
Remember, you don't. It's not a magic ability. You can't just be like,
no, I know, but I was gonna skulk backwards into the sort of the shadow of the room. But if he's looking at me, obviously I can't.
Yeah, in the middle of combat, so I can't give it to you. Apologize.
I take one of my throwing daggers, blade in hand, so the butt is, or the hilt, sorry, is facing outwards, and I throw the dagger, aiming for the hilt to hit him in the head, just as a distraction.
What? Okay, I'll give it to you. I'll make you go for it. Make me an appeal and range attack.
Appeal 2d6, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. 2 2s plus 1, 6 in total.
Do you want to spend a hero point?
Yeah. Reroll.
Here comes 2 1s. Come on, bad boy.
Cursed, Garen. Oh, fuck you. 3.
Yeah! What'd you get?
3, 4, 5 in total.
All right. If you want instruction to work, here's the compromise. You can get him to stand in the right place, but you're gonna have to take the blunt of the hits. If this, you won't have a chance to dodge if you take this sacrifice. You will give up your chance to dodge, and you'll have to find another way out of the falling bookcases.
Go on, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
Are you sure? That's sacrifice, man. I'm feeling it here. Okay. Cerberus is in the right position.
So I don't have any faith left, so I'm going to spend my hero point to kind of jump up and try and like use my put my back against the wall and plant my feet on the bookcase. Try like near the top to like lever it over.
I love it. Make me a strength melee roll, and I will give you a bonus die for distraction.
Bonus die. So that's you take the 2 highest, yeah.
2 highest, yes.
So that's 7, 9, 10.
All right. Do you have a hero point to make it a mighty success?
I'm using my hero point to do this because it's a heavy bookcase.
Yeah, remember you had 2. You gained 1 earlier.
I think I used one earlier. I can't remember. So,
fair enough.
so I don't have the hero point to do it. So no.
Well, so you put your back in it, you push your leg down. I can't give you a calamitous failure if you haven't failed the roll. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I just realized the mechanic. You can choose not to roll and just make a calamitous failure for a hero point. Do you want to do that?
No, Terry's already taken one. So no, I won't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. You push as hard as you can. The bookcases come down. Cerberus is like, the fuck? As the bookcase comes slamming into him. The floor beneath you, Terry, breaks. And then the one beneath that. 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 In the dining room.
Cerberus
at the very bottom. As you're getting up, Joshua, you look up and the roof is caving in around you. As Cerberus is coming flying down along with Tovin. This is gonna be Tovin, make me an agility roll to not basically die as you hit the ground. And also Joshua, make me an agility roll to not get crushed by falling rock.
10.
Nice.
So the agility 6, 9.
Nice. You both barely get away and you both take 5 lifeblood damage. There is a lovely crash around you as the dust and the smoke and everything. And the other vampires are like, oh, no, run away! And they start to run away as fast as they can to get out of the way. And everything just collapses all the way down. And Cerberus lands on top and he looks broken, but still alive because fuck, why not? And he's starting to get up. As Cerberus is trying to get up, the three of you, because it's easier, start to rise from the shadows and the smoke, aka Sylvan, Duval, and Joshua. Above you, way above you, standing there looking down over the top, is your boy, Rassilon. And it's Cerberus's turn. He gets up, and you see he's got something in his mouth, and he's got his teeth around it. And he looks at you both, and his eyes look wide, and he bolts for the door. He just like full-on trots towards the door, and he runs past you. As he does, you see a figure leap up and land on top of him, holding another figure in its arm. It's Count Jax, and he's holding Joyce in his arm. And he looks back at you, and he's like, "The scrolls are mine. You may have my son, but you'll never have my power." And he starts to bolt into the night. What do you guys do?
I pick up my book.
No, the book's in his mouth. I'll just tell you that.
Oh, well, that fell with it as well. Sorry.
How far away from is he from me?
How far do you want him to be?
Well, as close as possible.
Okay. So why? What do you do?
I throw one of my daggers at the hind legs of the beast to try. And...
Oh, sorry. Yeah. It's not your turn yet. It's still
okay.
Joshua and what's called turn.
I'm gonna start running after it.
Mm-hmm.
Got my sword in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm running, I'll try to tie the end of my whip onto the sword.
Yeah.
In which case, whip in hand, I will throw the sword at Cerberus.
Okay. I think it's worth a shot. Why? You can try to pierce him so you can hold on?
Yeah.
Okay, make the roll.
Yeah. Says worm sign the likes of which God has never seen.
Natural 1.
What do you want? You want agility or
agility and range? No, strength and range. This has to be strength.
Strength and range.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 12.
Nice. Do you want to make it a mighty success?
Yeah, go for it. Spend a hero point.
Okay. For mighty success, you've got it sunk into him, and it won't come out easily. So you've got a good grip. But now what do you want to do? As I jump onto your boy Duval.
Gareth, you done everything?
Yeah, well, it's your turn. There's not much I can do at this point. I'm
Yeah,
holding on.
He's thrown a dagger and it's stuck into him, ripped him on, and he's trying to hold the Cerberus back.
In that case, then I am going to use the fire that is still burning around the edges and I'm going to try and call upon the fire spirits to wrap fire chains around the Cerberus and bind it.
Okay, I love it. Let's see if you got what it takes. How much more magic do you have left?
I've got enough.
Okay, make it count.
I will. I'm going to wound myself using the burning platter to cause a wound to myself to help to lower the difficulty, which is a d6 plus lifeblood damage. 2 plus 1 lifeblood, yeah. And I'm going to call to the fire spirits. Fire spirits, I have fed you this evening. Now do my bidding. Now grab that wolf, bind him to my will, stop him from escaping. That is
Come on, give it
a 5 and a 4 again.
Motherfucker. All right, the flames wrap around what's called the rope, the whip, wraps around the wolf, and it binds it as hard as it can. And you see it like desperately struggling to get out. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to skip a little bit more from this one. As you guys approach it after the binding and everything else, you see, you approach it, the Count throws Joyce back towards you as a distraction, grabs the book from its mouth, and he leaps out into the night. And as soon as he hits the moonlight, he disperses into mist. The flames wrapping around Cerberus, tightening more and more and more until it becomes just a normal human figure on the ground.
I want to keep the flames up around him.
No problem. He's a naked old man. He's struggling and he's trying to breathe or do something, but his eyes are like still red like the wolves and everything else. You all get together and catch up as much as you can. And Joyce is on the floor looking exhausted and bad. The Duke comes down with Bart in his arms going, he doesn't understand what the fuck just happened. And that is where we're going to end today's session, with you guys looking out to the moonlight and look at the mist that's dispersing and him getting over the book. And that was it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was all right. Was that for everyone? Was it enough? Was it okay?
That was spot on.
It was good. Right, I enjoyed that.
Excellent. We have just enough time for stars and wishes. So, Gareth, give one thing you enjoy, but again, one thing you wish to see more of, and then get the fuck out of here as you're going to go do some stuff, and I'll talk to us,
guys. One thing I enjoyed was I actually really like this system. But do you mean things we enjoyed about the system itself, or this game in particular? Like
anything. It's one thing you just enjoyed. Doesn't matter what it is.
I enjoyed the mass destruction we did.
You did.
No, because James also caused a huge fireball explosion, which made the bookcase, which made my thing possible.
True.
And one thing I'd like to see more of is me being able to use my languages that I have more, because I have loads.
Anyway,
all right,
guys, get out of here. I'll see you later.
See you in a bit.
Bye,
guys.
And all right, and for you, real Gareth.
Real Gareth. No, I just enjoyed all of it. No, it's nice to be just over the top and creative in things I can do. But that's it. Yeah, that's about it. I just had fun. I'm just gonna slide down this table.
I know, it was really cool. It's simply the dice is still not on your side. I'm sorry about that.
The dice not on his side. Tell your bloody dice back, Gareth. They hurt.
No, I didn't. There wasn't anything I didn't like, except that it was not long enough.
Well, there's only so much time we can give because it's meant to be shorter sessions.
No, it wasn't a diss at you. I enjoy RPing.
That's fair. I'll take it. And what can I say about you, James?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It's nice to play rather than DM, and it's nice to try not to break things, but kind of do a little bit anyway. It's nice to have the open magic system. It's nice to, right, this is what I want to do. This is the points I'm going to spend. That's good. I like it. I think it works better with what you said when we talked about this last week. I think it works better with what you said about specializing, but being able to lower the second magnitude to a first magnitude as long as I keep it within that wheelhouse. So that makes it more difficult for me to do it, which means I've got to think more, but it gives me more of an opportunity to try and do stuff, more of an opportunity. So I like that. I think that actually works really well.
I'll take it.
So that's a good. Things I don't like. Boogaloo just kept talking and talking. No, it's fine. So, no, it wasn't really anything I disliked. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It's a very unrestricted system, and obviously I'm used to 5th ed. But I will say, Gareth, if you want to do that stuff in our games in 5th ed, do it.
What you mean, over the top type?
Yeah, of course.
Just don't fill the roll and fall down on the floor.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah, the problem is my D&D dice really, really, really fucking hate me.
Well, if you believe
Except-
me, they will hate you less.
Except at those really awesome, those times when you just think, right, I need you to roll really well because this is going to look fantastic, and it does. And
you killed a dragon with a normal hammer on those dice. They don't hate you that much.
Yeah, that's true love. While you're there, Terry, how about you?
I can't really compare it to anything else. I mean, I've only.
You don't have to. You can just go. I enjoyed this. I wish I saw more of that. You don't have
to. I say the same as Gareth. I did really enjoy it, and I wish it could go on longer. But obviously, other people got commitments and shit like that.
As do I. Need to sleep.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Being my first time RPing. I mean, I've played D&D probably twice. The one was a Star Wars theme, and the other one was Pathfinder, I think.
Wow, I'm so sorry. I mean, what? That didn't come out of my mouth. Wrong. Whoever's watching this, I did not say that. Just ignore that.
No, I totally agree. I would love to start playing it more.
All right, guys. In that case, I'm going to end the broadcast. So at least my broadcast is done. So now I can talk shit about shit things. Thank you very much for watching. For those of you who've been watching, I hope you enjoyed our show, friends. I don't know if we're going to do a third one or not. Depends on who's around. If they are, we'll finish the story. But this is a good place to end it. The book missing, them going what the fuck, and everything goes from there. So everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.